Sounds great, but doesn't really work. Hey guys, this is Alex for CaliMove.com, and in today's video I'm debunking the 7 most popular fitness myths. So let's start right away with the first one. You didn't work hard enough if you don't feel sore. Well, let's get this straight out of the way. Soreness does not equal progress nor effectiveness. Muscle pain after a workout is just a reaction to a stimulus you're not used to. Like a new exercise, a higher resistance, more training volume, a higher range of motion, etc. The more you are used to exercising, the less likely you will experience soreness unless you are doing something new. So it's okay to get sore from time to time, but you shouldn't make it your priority. What's really important is progressive overload and the proper rest periods between your workouts, no matter if you get sore from it or not. Myth number 2, more sweat equals a better workout. This is another stubborn exercise myth that just won't die. In fact, sweating is just the way your body prevents itself from overheating, not an indicator for an effective workout. For example, just sitting around in a warm environment can make you sweat more than if you did an intense workout session in an air-conditioned gym or a cold environment. It also depends on the workout itself. If you train in a low rep range with long rest periods, like in powerlifting or when doing calisthenic skill training, you won't sweat as much as someone who does a high intensity interval training with short rest periods. Also consider that everyone is different too. Some people naturally get sweatier than others. So summarized, sweat is not a reliable indicator of how hard you've worked or how effective your training was. Myth number 3, you can tone your muscles. This myth is very popular among the ladies. I often hear the phrase, I just want to tone it down, or I don't want to get too bulky. Well, the truth is that there's no such thing as just toning your muscles, because when people use the word toned, they usually mean sculpted or defined. And this look is just a result of resistance training in combination with a good diet. So it all comes down to building muscle and burning the layer of fat that covers them. I know some women fear that they get too bulky when training like men, but the reality is that this won't happen overnight. Even most men struggle to put on a decent amount of muscle mass, and as a woman, you really have to work your butt off to get that bulky look. Sure, genetic freaks exist in both sexes, but they are the exceptions, not the rule. So my tip is, don't follow these toning workouts that usually involve small weights and very high reps, because this actually is not the best way to create the look that most people are after. Instead, you need to engage in strength training and make sure your diet is on point too. Myth number 4, you can target your fat burn. I'm sorry, but most scientific evidence shows that spot reduction training is not effective and that fat loss tends to be generalized to the entire body. So no matter how many ab exercises you do, if you got over 20% of body fat, you will never have abs like someone with 10% or less. Sure, building your abs will help to make them look bigger and more prominent, but there is no way around a good diet to lose weight and make your muscles more visible. However, serious strength training can also help you with your diet, because the more muscle mass you have, the higher your basal metabolic rate. This means you could eat the same but still make some progress on your body composition. Myth number 5, you need to spend hours in the gym. Again, this is not true, because the duration of a workout does not determine its effectiveness. The important thing is not the length, but the quality, the intensity, and the overall volume of your workouts. Sure, it really depends on the sport you are doing and on which level of performance you're at. So for example, if you are a powerlifter or training for calisthenic skills, your workouts are usually longer due to the necessary rest periods. There are also other sports that require a lot of training for specific techniques and abilities that can only be mastered if you invest many hours. On the other hand, if you just want to get fit and build some muscle, your workouts shouldn't be longer than 60 to 90 minutes. In general, there are two extremes you have to avoid. First, Don't end up with 2 to 3 hours in the gym because you're simply doing too much. You don't have to do 25 sets for your biceps or chest, because most of the time this is just junk volume and does not help you with your progress at all. And second, you're doing way too little. So you don't stick to the proper rest times and are more focused on conversations or checking your phone. Myth number 6. Your muscle can turn into fat. This is another common misconception I've heard over and over again. The truth is, muscle cannot turn into fat or vice versa, because muscle and fat are two different things. I think this myth comes from the idea that your body composition may change when you stop working out, meaning you look less muscular and less lean, and that's true. When you stop exercising, you will lose muscle and you will burn less calories due to the lack of physical activity. This results in a different look, especially if you still eat the same amount of food as before. All these factors cause the illusion that your muscle has turned into fat, when in reality you just have less muscle and more fat. Myth number 7. You can burn off last night's fast food with a trip to the gym. Sounds great, but doesn't really work. Depending on your weight, 1 hour of strength training burns about 200 to 300 calories. And that's not even enough to burn off the calories of 1 bag of potato chips. It is very similar when we take a look at other activities. Even when some of them can burn double the amount of strength training, there's no way you can out-exercise a bad diet. Sure, the extra calories you burn will help, and the muscle mass you will build will increase your basal metabolic rate, but you still can't eat crap and expect the results you're hoping for. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to check our workout programs on calimove.com to get a science-based workout guide without any bro science or bullshit. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe and activate the notifications. My name is Alex and I'll see you in the next video.